Ooh. Hey YouTube, it's Sharice here, and as you can see, I already have my base done. My hair is done. I just washed it. She's clean. My scalp is clean. She's pristine. My hair is moisturized, and I was like, I feel like doing something super low maintenance, so I just did 2 buns. I'll show you. So I just have these 2 little buns. Instead of doing my normal like slick back 1 ponytail, I was like, let me do 2 for something a little bit different. I really like the way that it looks from the front. So that's the hair. Let's talk about what's already on my face, and then wait, what? Then we will jump in to the eyes. So for my face, I was feeling really extra because I'm taking my time, just enjoying the process of putting my makeup on, because I love the process. I love the transformation, and yeah, I have the time, so I'm just took my time, So I was a little bit extra. So for my skin, the first primer I used was the Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. This is the Energize and Rescue with aloe, coconut water, and probiotics. So this is what I use. I love the packaging of this. It's not overly moisturizing, but it is more of a moisturizing primer. And I've been liking moisturizing primers because it helps reduce the overproduction of oil. So that was my first primer. For my second primer, I went in with the No Problem Primer, and this is for smoothing and pore covering. So I really focused this where I have pores, which is like right here on my cheeks, and where I get oily, because this does kind of help control oil. So I put it on my cheek area, over my nose, and then on my forehead and around my brows. I noticed that my brows have been getting really oily, but the rest of my face really hasn't. So I was like, let me put some of that there, right there, right there. So those are the 2 primers I used. For foundation, I did a grand mixture. So I decided to go in with 2 pumps of the Bobbi Brown. I'm almost out of this. This bottle is basically empty, so a lot didn't really come out. I'm going to say it was truly like 1 pump. Like the pumps are like, how it's like, because it's empty. I basically use this whole thing up, and so I'll probably finish this before April, like fully completed. Then I mixed in a little bit of the Cover FX Power Play Foundation. And let me go back to the Bobbi Brown. In the Bobbi Brown, I wear the shade Cool Walnut 8.25. In Cover FX, I wear G110, which is Golden 110. Then I added, because like I said, I was being extra, I went in and added 1 pump of the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24-Hour Wear Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 530 Deep Amber, which is a little bit too dark for me. But since I'm going out, we're probably going to take flash photography, I wanted to add something that was a little bit deeper than my skin to the foundation, just to make sure that I don't come off looking too light in pictures, which normally isn't really an issue for me because I don't wear concealer. And I tried a new technique with my powder, and I love the way that it turned out. And this is going to be my new technique, but I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that in this video. So I mixed in a pump of this as well. And all of those foundations I just showed you are more of like a medium coverage, especially since I applied it with a sponge. I used my Sonia Kashuk sponge right here. So I just went in with the sponge and pressed the combination of those 3 into my skin, like you see me doing right now. I went in and blended that out, and it gave me like a nice, even medium coverage finish, which your girl likes full coverage. I'm more of a full coverage person. So I decided to bring out Bay, my #1 high-end foundation, which is your Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. And I took 1 pump of this and I just added it to my cheek area where I have the most scarring, just for some additional coverage, basically on the cheeks and on like the sides of my face where I have the most scarring. So Becca like topped it off. And in Becca, I wear the shade Mahogany. And this is my perfect skin tone match in a bottle. Like this matches me perfectly. Shade Mahogany from Becca. And those are the 4 foundations that I combined to get what you're seeing right now. I know, so extra. So very extra. Then I went in under my eyes with, I love Black Radiance powders. Let me just tell you, they're my favorite powders. I don't think I'm going to buy any more like high-end powders because I have so many. First of all, I have so many I haven't even opened yet that I need to get through. But I find that Black Radiance just works best for me. I think it's because they use mica and talc, which are not the best for your skin, but like talc is that girl for like oily people and for like smoothing the skin. Like it really does work for me. But I use the shade. Yes, I use the shade Creamy Beige to set under my eyes. And instead of using a brush, what I did, because this is a pressed powder, I rubbed my slightly damp sponge in there. And I went in and I pressed that powder. I packed it under my eyes and on my lids. Oh my goodness, my face has not been like this smooth. I mean, you can see there's no creasing under my eyes. It has not been this smooth and flawless in a very long time. So I was like, whoa. So I really love that technique. So I started with this for under the eyes, just to add some dimension because it's lighter than my skin. Hopefully y'all can see it. Let me open it up. Some of it's going to fall out because it is kind of powdery. As you can see, I've hit pan on this. So that's obviously lighter than my skin. So I use that under my eyes to brighten. And then for the rest of my face, I went in with a mixture of Maybelline 360 and Black Radiance Bronze Glow to set the rest of my face using the sponge method. And let me tell you, I feel like I used less powder and I got a better finish because my face to the touch still feels a little bit, I don't want to say tacky, but like it's not overly powdered. And I still feel like the foundation. I like that because I didn't use a lot of product, but I got such a beautiful finish. It looks so good in person. So I think I'm going to start doing that, at least for under my eyes. And I might use a brush for the perimeter of my face just to make it go faster, like during the school week. But for days when I really want to look like extra flawless glam beat, that's what I'm going to do is apply my powders using a damp sponge because it does make a difference. Like I see a difference in my skin. It looks so good in person. So those are the powders I used. No loose powders today. Hello. And then what did I do after I set my face? Oh, I went in with highlighter. I have been falling in love with Trophy Wife on my skin tone. This is Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife. And a lot of people were scared of this. And the first time I tried it, I used too much. But I feel like it just looks so pretty when you like really blend it out. If you like a glittery highlight, I've just been so in love with the way Trophy Wife looks on my skin tone. And especially like when I'm going out. I mean, from far away, it kind of gives that wet look because it's on my nose, my cupid's bow, brow bone, cheekbone. She's that girl on deep skin. I feel like medium to deep skin tones and rich, all of us, you know, melanated peoples, this is popping on our skin. I mean, just look at it from like far away because nobody's going to be that close to me except my girls. But it is so pretty. So that's what I have on for highlighter. I only use one highlighter. I use like 4 different foundations, 2 different powders, 2 different primers. So that's my highlight. And then for my brows, you guys already know my Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil. And like when I get closer, you kind of see the little hair-like strokes I do at the beginning. But for the most part, I have pretty much your typical, I guess you would call Instagram brows, which I don't mind. I did make them more arched today. Well, this time around because I had makeup on before this. They're a little bit more arched and I kind of like that look. And they're relatively thin, but I have naturally thin eyebrows. So I feel like it fits my face. So that's all I've got on right now. That's a lie. On my lips, I have on some Ulta lip oil. I did not. My mother went to Hepzibah High School and so did my father. They both graduated from there and they met in high school and they're high school sweethearts and they're still married to this day. So both my parents met in Augusta, Georgia and went to Hepzibah High School. So I don't know, Nikki Beauty, how old you are, or like maybe your parents or aunts or uncles or whoever. But my parents graduated high school, I believe, 1989, 1990. So my father's Woodrow Ishman and my mom, her maiden name is Grayson. So Pamela Grayson and Woodrow or John, he went by John, I think, back in that day, Ishman. So that's my connection to Hepzibah. That's where my parents met at Hepzibah High School. And they were, my mom, well, in their teens, they were hazed. In their teens, they were raised in the Augusta, Hepzibah area. So yeah, you're closer to my age. So yeah. My parents could be your parents if they had you right when they graduated from high school. Because I'm going to be 20, I'm going to be 27 this year. So I'm 26 right now. And my parents are 48, so they're not that old. But yeah, that's my only connection to Hepso. I've never lived there. I've seen the high school. We drove past it. But yeah, I'm not from the South at all. I'm not from there. But funny you mentioned that. Yeah. That's how my parents met, there at the high school. But yeah, that's all I have on my face so far. Let's figure out what we're gonna do for the eyes. I kind of want to use this Stila glitter. What is this? What is it called? Shimmer and Glow. This is not a glitter and glow. This is a Shimmer and Glow in Leduce. It's kind of like a gold with a green undertone. I'm trying to decide, do I want to be neutral or do I want to do like a full-on like green eye and just have this on my lid? Let me swatch it for you because guys, this is so pretty. But on my skin, it looks more like greeny gold. Where on lighter skin tones, it looks more green. So that's what it looks like. See, it's kind of like neutral. It's almost like bronzy, greeny gold. It's really, really pretty. And I want that on my lids, but I'm like, what do I want to put in my crease? And it goes really well with the shade of highlight. So, do I just want to do brown and black in the crease and keep it very simple? Or I could literally do darker greens in my crease and make it a little bit more interesting. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean off my nose ring while I'm thinking about that. I think let's do a combination. Let's meet in the middle and we'll use some brown. I have no idea what I'm wearing. I'm the kind of person, I do my makeup first and then I figure out what I'm gonna wear. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean my nose ring by poking it out a little bit and then I just wipe it off. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. And I wiped off some foundation off my nose. Sometimes that happens. Dang, my computer's about to die already. Jeez. Oh yeah, I was listening to music. I was like, or watching videos. Okay. That's clean enough. My nose ring. I have no idea what I'm wearing. I go get my charger. Hold on, let me turn this off. I didn't charge this computer. My computer dies so easy. It's such an old MacBook though. All right, I think I have a plan on what we're gonna do for the eyes now. I've got a plan in my head. Let me get the charger, plug this computer up, and we will execute the eyes. It'll be very easy, you'll see. Not too complicated. It's also rainy here. It has been so rainy. Like we had 2 days of beautiful sunshine and like nice warm early spring weather. And then today it's just so rainy. It's been raining so much. Like I need a boat. I'm tired of this rain because rain just makes me feel sleepy. At least it makes me feel sleepy. It makes me feel like just staying home, not doing anything. But they insist on going out. Like Jackie, that is my college best friend. She's been planning this outing for over a month. All right, let's jump into these eyes. We are going to be using two of my newer palettes. We're going to be using the Colored Rain Vivid Pigment and Shadows, and then the Juvia's Place, the Tribe palette. I think both of these are going to give us what we need to create our greeny goldy look. So yeah, I never know what to wear. And I don't hate dressing up, but it's really not my thing, honestly. Like, it's just not my thing. And then it's raining. And like this place has like a dress code. It's like smart business casual or business dressy. I don't even know. Basically be cute, I guess, but like not over the top. I don't even know. We're gonna start with the Juvia's Place Tribe palette. I love this palette because green is my favorite color. And we're going to start with the shade Ashanti, and I'm going to use this as my transition color. As you can see, it's kind of like a grainy brown color. It goes with the look perfectly. Like, honestly, this is about to be really cute, I think. I'm going to wipe off this brush. This is the It's My Rare number 6 brush in collaboration with BH Cosmetics. I love this blending brush. I use it all the time. Just going to wipe it off because I used it earlier. Going into that Ashanti shade. Just gonna pick that up and start to put that in my upper crease area. As you can see, it kind of shows up on my skin like as a green shade. It's like a greenish brown. But like in person, it looks more brown than it does green, but on camera, it's looking more green than it does brown. I feel like my camera really picks up like yellow tones, like more yellow and green tones. It really like brings those out, whereas in person it may look more toned down. That's why some of my foundations that match me the best, that have those kinds of undertones, look crazy wild on camera, like too light and just crazy. As you see, that blended super duper duper easy, super fast. I'm glad I have this time to get ready. We're meeting at 8:15, so that's like literally in 2 hours. So I'll have time to like take pictures. Like usually I'm like rushing, kind of last minute, but I didn't expect to get ready so quickly. So usually I take a pretty long time, but I don't know, things just kind of were flowing today. It's been a good day. It's been a good week. Started off somewhat rough and just like slow, but I've been at a conference in Colombia today and yesterday, and it was really, really good. I learned a lot. Like I feel good, you know? I'm feeling good, feeling refreshed, revitalized. And I was supposed to have my job interview today for Ulta. Ooh, I'm liking this so far. I only have one shade on. For Ulta, at another Ulta in my area, the second closest one to me. But the lady called out and then I got the time wrong, I guess, or she changed the time. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe I heard her wrong. But she said 1, I guess. She had me there for 1 p.m. But I thought it said 5 because I'm a teacher. And I was like, I can't come during the day like that because I'm a teacher, you know? But I can surely come at 5. You know, that's the time I would be working anyway during weekdays. I could come in at 5 p.m. After I get off school, I can come home, feed my dog, walk my dog real quick, and then go to my second job, which would be Ulta, hopefully. So my interview got rescheduled for this Sunday, which is not bad. It's at 1 p.m. on Sunday. So then I can take more time. My makeup will be way more fresh than it was today because I had the makeup on literally for like 12 hours by the time I would have gone to my interview, which really isn't a problem for me because I do my makeup to last, but I like that it's going to be more, you know, fresh and yeah, just fresh and look better than it would after 12 hours, you know. All right, so I'm just building up this color and blending out the edges. And that's what we have so far. I like this so far. So good. Next, we're going to hop on over to this Colored Rain Vivid Pigment and Shadow Palette. I've been on here for 18 minutes already. Jesus, time fly. And I'm going to use the shade Squad, I think. This is a very, do I want to go that deep so quickly? Yes, it's nighttime. Let's do it. I'm going to go into the shade Squad, which is, let me see, make sure it's green. Yeah, it's a very, very, very deep, deep, deep green right there. Super duper pretty, super pigmented. These are pigments, and the mirror is so good in here. It's really good quality in this palette. So I'm going to take it on the same brush, just packing it on the tip of the brush, tapping it, and I'm going to begin by just tapping this shade onto my outer V area. There is a dark green in the Tri palette, but it's not as deep as this one, I don't think. I haven't used the Tri palette in a while, but I feel like it's not as pigmented as this one is. I'm kind of wiggling it into my crease, into the socket of my eye. Like so, as you can see. Ooh, I could do a halo. That would be pretty as a halo. Ooh, do I want to do a halo? That would be really, really pretty. Yep, let's do it. So I'm going to take the shade. I'm going to apply it to the inner corner as well, carefully. It's really hard for me to apply stuff to this part of my eye. So space is just, she's limited in here. We're going to have to go in with another brush, but that's okay. We're just kind of laying the groundwork. I'm just going to kind of tap it in there too for more pigment. Going back, building up this deeper shade. That's called Squad again, which is so funny because I'm like hanging out with my girlfriends. Oh my gosh. And we're like a squad girl. Like, oh my gosh. That is so pretty. I'm already loving how this is turning out already. And then I'm going to kind of blend in the middle a little bit. Connect. Just a little bit. Boom. Again, I'm just like pressing this in this area of my eye to build it up. Make it nice and rich. Rich. We want that pigment to be rich. I like my eyeshadows like I like my men rich. Just kidding. I've never dated a rich man. I don't even know what I would classify as rich. I guess to me, rich is if you're making net income $125,000 or more. Your net, what you take home. Is that net? Yeah, your net worth. Yeah, what you have. Yeah. What's your net worth? Oh, the songs. Have you listened to Solange's new album? Let's talk about it. When I get home, I think. When I'm home. On the way home. When I'm home. Something about being home. I cannot remember the exact title. I listened to it like while I was talking. I rode up there with one of my coworkers that lives in the same neighborhood as me. But so like I listened to it like in passing. Yeah, I'm going out. I don't really, want to because I'm tired. It's raining. But I listened to the album like in passing because I was talking to her and kind of listening at the same time. So I wasn't really, hearing the lyrics or really hearing the beats too much. Like it was just in passing. That was the first time. And then on my way home, I rode alone because I thought I was going to have my interview at Ulta. But then I'm glad I called before I went up there because I would have been mad if I drove all the way to Gastonia and then she wasn't even there. Like, I would have been pissed. But thankfully I called to like confirm. And the lady was like very thankful that I called because, then she would have had to be apologizing to me if I had driven up there. But, good thing I confirmed. And I listened to it like almost with my volume all the way up. And that was the only thing I was focused on other than driving. And I must say, I still like A Seat at the Table more than I like this album, but there were definitely some bops on this album that I really enjoyed. I have my phone right next to me. I might tell you some of my favorite songs. I know that It's Time was one of them. And I was being a very nerdy music person. I was like, hold up, the time signature changed. So the song starts in 4/4 time, which is common time, which is what most songs are written in. Just follow me. What most songs are written in, 4/4 time. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like any song. Do you roll 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. But then it changes. That's September, y'all know. But I'm just showing an example, 4/4 time. Then it changes to 5/4 time, which is like an odd meter. It's more of a complex meter because it's odd. Even is easy, because it's like 2 + 2, it's easy. 4 + 4. But odd meters are way more difficult to play in and to feel in and to dance to because it's like lopsided. So 5/4, no, I don't need a sugar daddy. I have Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, and my daddy, Woodrow. You're inappropriate. Anyways, moving on back to 5/4 time. So 5/4 time, you can either do, well, kind of depends on how they group it. You can either have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or you can have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I think hers was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And it's like, it's a really cool feel. Like you can hear it in the bass. So listen to It's Time on that album. So yeah. And let me keep blending while I talk about music. I'm getting excited thinking about like theory behind it, but it is, I really like that song. That's one that stood out to me that I can like remember the title of. Again, I'm using the shade Squad from the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette, which is like this really dark green. It is so pretty, really easy to blend, very pigmented. I'm doing a halo eye. We're kind of almost done. So now with the same brush, I'm going back to the transition shade, which is from the Juvia's Place Tribe palette, and the shade is called Ashanti. I'm not gonna wipe the brush off. I'm just gonna go straight in. And I'm gonna take this shade and blend out the edges of Squad and kind of fuse the two together. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. What I mean, I have Jesus. Jesus always provides for me. Like he's never gonna have me out here like struggling, like living on the streets, homeless or anything like that. Like, so I don't need a sugar daddy to provide anything for me because I, first of all, I work, I have a job, I have an income, I have a career, I have a salary. And yeah, it's not the best, but God's got my back always. And like I said, if I really am struggling, my dad, he'll help me out. So that's what I mean by that, is that I trust in the Lord to always provide my needs. And when it comes to my wants, that's up to me. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But that's what I mean by that. I have to look like with my eyes open, make sure everything is evenly blended. And I'm getting the shape that I want with the shadow. So I'm kind of pulling it out in the outer V area. Hopefully y'all can see that. Kind of. All right, time to do the center. So for the center of my lids, we're going to be using this Stila Shimmer and Glow in the shade La Deuce. I have it on the back of my hand. It's like a greenish gold color, really pretty. Green's my favorite color, and it goes well with Trophy Wife because Trophy Wife is kind of like a greenish gold. So I thought this would really bring the look together. So we're going to use the applicator and just put a little bit in the center first. And the spot that has no eyeshadow. And then I'm going to make sure I get the amount of width that I want. And then I'm going to start to slowly bring it up some. The fun thing or the good thing about these is that it's kind of simple to do a halo eye because you can just use the applicator. Like you don't need to make it complicated. I'm literally taking the applicator directly onto my eye. Now I'm going to stop right at the crease and I'm going to begin to kind of blend it out right at the crease. I'm not going to go above my crease. This is not a cut crease. We're keeping it simple. And I'm blending out my edges right here at the crease by just lightly grazing back and forth. You'll see that? So now the shape is kind of weird. That's okay. I'm going to start to feather out the edges using the applicator. And I haven't dipped back in, so it's not like caked up or gooped up in product. But using the edges, you're going to just feather it into the green and then go back in with the green and just keep blending until you get the size halo that you want and the amount of green versus like gold in the middle that you want and the blend that you want. I love this because I don't have to like use any other brush. So that's what we have right now. Oh, this is so pretty. It's so pretty. All right, I'm being dramatic. I'm going to take my original brush, and to add even more dimension to the look, we're actually going to go into the Juvia's Place palette and take their dark green, which is called, actually, no, this might be a little bit more too blue. No, we can use it. It's coming off green. It's called San or San, this one. It's a little bit lighter than the one from the Colored Rain palette. I'm just going to tap over the edges to kind of blend everything together, so that it fades from green into the lighter gold. What? It fades from, whoa, reverse. It fades from gold into the lighter green into the deeper green. Like, I am not making any sense right now. So I'm just tapping, tap, 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 tapping over the edges. And you could even set this with a shadow if you wanted to, like a powder shadow, but I don't want to do all that. I want to keep the pigment as is. If you feel like you did too much, or if you want to add a spotlight, you just take the applicator again from Stila and you can add like just right in the center if you want to add more. So I'm like holding it not flat, but on the side to do this. So I don't want to keep having to keep blending back and forth. I'm just adding like just a spotlight right down the center of what we've already done. Who is texting me? Who that texting me? Who that texting me? Oh, who that texting me? Okay, I'm not gonna make a whole song about it. That is so pretty. All right, so the lids are done. If you want to go in and add more green, I feel like I'm good with the green and the blend on my lids. So I'm gonna go on to the lower lash line. And since it's nighttime, we're just gonna do green on the entire lower lash line. We're not gonna put any like gold in the center. I could emulate what's on the top, on the bottom, but I don't want to. Thanks so much, Amber. Yeah, we're just gonna do green in the lower lash line. Also, because I'm lazy too, you know. That's a thing. All right, we're gonna take my favorite little brush for anything that's not my lid, basically. And I'm gonna put, first, let's start with the green from the Juvia's Place palette. It's Son. I'm gonna start with that first, and I'm gonna kind of put it in my waterline. This is the lighter of the greens. And then we'll blend it out with the darker green. So let me set up a mirror since the Juvia's Place palette doesn't have a mirror. And my eyes are probably gonna water. They normally water when I do this myself. But literally putting the shadow right into the waterline. And yes, some shadow might get into your eye. So if you have sensitive eyes, don't do this. Pretty. One eye done. But yeah, green's my favorite color. So I don't know. I've just been in a green mood. I thought about blue because of all the rain, but then like it just made me get sad because I'm tired of rain. I'm so tired of this rain, yo. Rain, rain, go away. All right, so that's that green. Now we're going to go to the Colored Rain pigment palette and take the deeper green Squad, which is the green that I have in my inner and outer corner that I started with. And I'm going to put that on the actual like lash line, kind of blend it out some. Usually people do this in the reverse. They put the darker color, blend out with the lighter color, but I'm not people. Let me hold this mirror, yo. I can't see. I can't see. And if you see anything up here, you want to add more of that deeper green, go ahead with the small little detail brush. It's perfect for that. This is an old little Coastal Scents brush, and it's very soft. Like it's not very dense. It's not hard or anything like that. So it's not too tough for like your under eye area. Just some of your most delicate skins. But yeah, this is definitely a very dramatic green smoky eye with a pop of gold on the light. What am I wearing? I have no idea, but that's okay. I normally do my makeup before I get dressed. I'm one of those people. It's very strange, but that's okay. I'm also making sure that I get some green over here in my tear duct area because I don't think I'm going to do a pop of gold or anything. We're going to keep it dark and smoky. And once you feel like you've got it evenly distributed, what I'm going to do now is wipe this brush off. And I'm going to go in and blend the edges with the same brush and no product. Also make sure that it's connected in this outer area. That's very importante. Mucho importante. Mm-hmm. If you like, you can take some of the lighter green. I don't know. I just found the lighter green in my tear duct or in my waterline. I can't even see it now. Again, make sure that it's connected in this outer area right here. From your outer V of your lid to your lower lash line, just make sure there's no gaps because that makes your makeup look not as good. This is really pretty. I like it. I like it. Okay. I'm done with shadow. Let's do a little bit of wing liner. And then I don't know what else I want to do to my face. All I have on is highlight. I didn't put on any blush or any contour today. I didn't feel like it. The eyes are very heavy though, so I don't want to overwhelm the skin. I like just the trophy wife with the eyes right now. And then once we add a wing liner and a bunch of mascara, it's gonna be popping. I'm gonna use this NYX matte liquid liner. I've been using this for I don't even know how long. There's still some stuff in it, so I guess it's good. Put my Stila away. So one thing with liners, I don't line my entire lid. I rarely ever line my entire lid. I just go like barely halfway in. And this has a brush tip applicator, which for me is a lot easier to use than felt tips. That's just for me. So I start by just kind of, you know, just doing the actual tail of the wing, I guess. And then I'll go back and create the wing. I like my wings really thin. Like I said, I only go halfway, like basically to the center of my pupil and then the wing, and that's it. I don't line my whole eye. And I just fill it in. I find that when I line my whole eye, it can make my eyes look more round. And I prefer for my eyes to look more almond. Now, the wing I had on this morning, I don't know what I did, but it looked like I had a true cat eye. Like my eyes were actually like slanted, tilted upward. It was so weird because I was like, how did I get this effect? Not quite sure what I did to get that effect. But it was very interesting. Hopefully I can see that I just made a mistake and got some black liner on the gold part of my eye. On the halo of our halo. That's okay though, I can fix it easy. Yo, this thing is dying now. Like the wand is like, the bristles I should say are like frazzling. Make sure things are symmetrical as much as possible. I don't spend too much time. All right, that's good enough with liner. And as you can see, like I only go halfway in. Let's make your eyes look bigger. Since I made a mistake, I gotta clean it up. And since I use this shadow, it's really easy to fix. I just wipe off all the excess product so I don't have too much on it. And where I accidentally got the black, I'm just gonna tap right over. Boom, mistake fixed. Liner perfected. So simple, so easy. All right, for mascara, I've been loving combining the Too Faced Better Than Sex with the Lancome Monster Big. I like alternate between the two and really just like pump up my lashes. I honestly should put on some false lashes with this look since it's so like smoky and heavy, but I just don't like false lashes, so I don't wear them. We're gonna do Lancome first, then Better Than Sex, then back to the Lancome. That's my sandwich. Lancome, Better Than Sex, Lancome. And this is the Monsieur. I don't speak French. Monsieur down here in the South. Monsieur Big Mascara. This is a deluxe sample I got for my birthday, so it's about time that I actually throw it away because it's been 3 months. So I'm gonna throw it away actually after this video. Y'all will hear it hit the trash can. Hopefully I make it in the trash can. This one really adds length, and when it's fresh or when you layer it, it does add volume too, but it adds some nice length to the lashes. As you can see, I'm like looking from under. That helps me get to the bases and helps prevent me from like getting mascara on my lid. So that's one coat. You can see, not that impressive in my opinion. I like more va-va-voom lashes, so that's why I layer a double up. Double up, 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 double up. Okay, I'm done. Songs level up. I've just been in a singing mood. I'm telling you, when I get in the zone and listen to like, well, I was in the car. It took me an hour and 30 minutes to get home, and it was raining, so it was a little bit longer, maybe an hour 40 minutes. When I listen to music straight, like somebody's whole album, and then it leads me to other artists that are like similar, and I go on like this music spiral, and then I just have a song like, I just have songs and music stuck in my head. And you would think that would happen just because I'm a music teacher, but I don't know, it's like extra intense when I start listening to more music, because I more so watch YouTube videos than listen to music when I'm like getting ready and things. And when I'm driving, I tend to listen to podcasts. I love podcasts. But when I listen to music, it's like the music never stops. Ever. And sometimes that can be very annoying. I end up singing to my doll, and I'm always singing. And I end up annoying myself with the music. So I go back to just watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts. So that's one layer of the Monsieur Big. I'm going to put some on the lower lash line too. A little bit. Like I said, this is kind of dried out and it needs to be thrown away. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do with this, because it's not really doing anything anymore, I can tell from the way it's going in and out of the packaging too, is we're going to throw it away. I made it. You heard it. And I have another mascara that I used to not like, but as it kind of like, I guess, dried out or thickened up, we're going to use this as the last mascara. So Monsieur Big first. I'm going in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And then we'll finish with the NARS Climax. And I have a little deluxe sample of that one too. Or a travel size. I can't remember if it was a sample or if I bought a travel size to try it out. And there's something like in my eye. And I can see it. I hate when that happens. So my eye is turning red. Not quite sure what it is. Pause, because I don't want to cry. Can't cry. Let's see if I can get it out. I used to be so weird about like touching my eye to get stuff out of my eye, but the older I got, the less it bothers me. Okay, it went away. We'll keep the piece of tissue on standby. So this mascara really adds volume. The Too Faced Better Than Sex. And for some people, it flakes. For me, when I use it alone, I do get some flakes by the end of the day. But when I layer it with other mascaras, I don't experience flakage with it. Is that a word? Flakage. It is a word now. I guess the word would be flaking, but I changed it. I'm trying to debate, do I want to do a dark lip with this or do I want to do a nude lip? Most people are probably going to say a nude lip, but I'm the kind of person where I'll do a bold eye and a bold lip and it doesn't really bother me. And I don't feel too extra. Like I could do a really dark purple lip. I could do the new Fenty. You know, we might do that. That might be a look. Purple and green. Be extra sultry tonight out here in these Charlotte streets. We'll see. Okay, yeah, we're like really going in with this mascara. I mean, 3 different mascaras. How extra can I be? But I have the time, so why not? So far, I'm loving the way this look is turning out. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm loving that I'm able to take my time and talk to you. And yeah. All right, we're getting somewhere. You see the difference with that? I guess you call this 2 more coats of this Better Than Sex. But just keep layering until you get the look that you want, especially if you're not a lash wearer. You can really, if you have decent lashes, you can really build them up. And, you know, I mean, I feel like I'm like almost there. Look at that. Look at that. And the lower lashes. I don't really like that technique of like turning the brush on its side and like doing this. I feel like it just creates a mess. Sometimes I do that first and then go in and like comb it out. So we'll start like this. Ha 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 ha. And then go in and like comb them out. Comb them out. Comb them out. See, with the singing and the music, it's a lot. It's a lot. And like, the thing is, I'm not even a singer. You hear me? I ain't no singer. Like at the conference, they had some student talent come in and perform. And the girl that sang the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem, she killed it. I think she was in elementary school. Like her voice was amazing. And her range is like beyond her years. Like you're not even supposed to be able to sing like that at her age, but it was beautiful. And I straight up told my coworkers that I was attending with, I was like, that girl sings better than I do. Like for real, for real. Like no cap. No cap, bro. She sings better than I do. You know, I dabble in singing, but I know that I'm not the best singer. I'm very humble when it comes to my musical abilities. Like, your girl ain't the best, but she ain't the worst. You heard me? So I love the way my lower lashes look. I honestly don't feel like I need to go in with NARS Climax, but because I took it out and it's right next to me, we're going to go in with another coat. This is the last mascara we're going to use. And it has a similar shape to the Better Than Sex, like the actual wand. Whoa, that just like really amped up my lashes. You can't really tell on camera from adding this, but I can tell in person that, well, you can kind of see the difference between this eye and this eye. It's like a little bit more powerful over here. Powerful, I don't know, voluminous, exaggerated, dramatic. There we go, dramatic, like words. Words are hard sometimes. But yeah, it shows like you can just keep layering and layering and layering mascaras until you get the look you want. And my lashes are not clumpy at all right now. They're really not. I'll get close so y'all can see. They're not clumpy. They are definitely like lengthened and thickened though, from all the different mascaras I put on. But it takes a lot of building up. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? You just gotta be dedicated. You have to be loyal. You gotta be smart, as DJ Khaled would say. All right, I'm done applying mascara after what, 10, 15 minutes? But I don't have to wear false lashes, so that's a win in my opinion. All right. I'm loving the look. The eyes are very dramatic now. Like that really took it to another level. So my eyes are done. Ooh, I know we could bump it up even more. We could put a little bit of Fenty highlight over the center of the lid, over the gold to like make it pop even more. Let's do it. I have it right here. So I'm just going to take my finger and I just tapped it in there so that I could just get kind of the glitter. I'm just going to tap a little bit of that Fenty onto my actual lid. I just dropped the highlighter. Well, it kind of just fell. It fell from where I am. All right, so you can kind of see the glitter, how it adds a little bit more glitter. Oh no, I know I was gonna do that. You should probably wait until your lashes dry before you do this, but I know I thought I could like get away with it. It's okay though. I just have to bump them back up. Easy fix, no big deal. We got this, we got this. Okay, it fell, but it didn't break, so that's a good sign. Let's see about adding the new Fenty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Undefeated. This is a really, really dark purple. Well, at least it looks dark purple on, I've only seen it on like medium skin tones. I haven't seen it on anybody my complexion. So I don't know if it's gonna come off super, super dark or if it's gonna come off more of like a mid-tone purple. And I want something like either super vampy. I don't want to be mid-tone, basically. I don't know, should I take my chances? I think it could be fun. Or I could do a nude lip. I know a lot of people are going to say nude lip, but I don't really like nude lips like that. Not with dramatic lips. I like dramatic eyes and dramatic lips. It's like, what level of extra do I want to be? I'm already kind of there. I'm just like shaking this up. Do I want to take my chances? Let's just put a dot on and see. Let's just see kind of what it looks like on my lip. We'll save it for another day. Even though this color is pretty. And it is really dark. We'll save it for another day. Let's do instead, tissue's coming in handy. Instead, let's do Colored Rain Whatever. This is one of my favorite browns. And we're gonna layer in some of Stud Ultra Satin Lipstick from ColourPop on top to like lighten it up. So I'm gonna kind of outline my lips with the brown and then go in with the more nude shade on top. Do I want Stud? Stud is kind of pinky. Or do I want... No, we're gonna do 1993. It's a little bit more less pink. So we're gonna do 1993 from Urban Decay mixed with Colored Rain Whatever for my nude lip. Nola June Louise, are you okay? Nola, what you barking at? Nola. Nola, mama. Hey, girl. You sweet? What's up? Okay, let's do this, Nola. We're almost done with this makeup. What is this? So I'm basically using the brown to define my lips. And then we're gonna put the nude all over. So I'm trying not to use too much of this. If you use too much and it's too wet, it'll mix in with the nude and then you'll get like a interesting color. Hi, Jeremiah. It's actually one of my favorite biblical names. All right. I look cray. We're going to take 1993. This is my favorite nude lipstick, like one of my favorites ever. Because as you can see, it's not too light. And it's so comfortable. I love the Urban Decay liquid lipstick formula. That's pretty. Thanks, Ulta Lip Oil. Making sure my lips don't look crusty. And then I kind of go on with my finger and blend around the edges where needed. I really like that. And it's so comfortable. Both these formulas are really, really nice and like comfortable. They're not overly drying. All right, so this is the look. Let me know what you think. My hair needs to dry. You can see all the product in it. That still needs to dry. This part's good though. This side I didn't put as much, so it's already like clear, dried clear. But this is the look. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't know what to expect or I didn't have anything planned. We kind of just developed it on the spot, went with the flow. And I really like the way this came out. So yeah, that's it for this video. I have a whole, I forgot travel time. I have a whole 30 minutes left to like get dressed and take pictures. So I'm good on time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to set with setting spray, you can. I'm not going to because I kind of ran out of my favorites. So yeah, I have swatches. I think I'm just going to leave the swatches on my hand. Almost looks like I have some bruises in the eyeshadow, but that's okay. But yeah, this is the end. I'm trying to decide, do I want to wear earrings? Like what jewelry? I don't know how the whole look's going to come together with like jewelry and clothing, but you'll see pictures from tonight on my social media if you follow me at Oh So Very Sexy. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had a fantastic Friday, a wonderful week, and I will see you. I don't know when you'll see me again. I'm probably not going to wear makeup tomorrow. I'm probably going to stay home and rest. So yeah. Bye.